would the church say? What would the church say about the way we continually living? Our of the world decisions, how we weaponize religion. What would they say if you told them you just needed an ear to listen? What would they say about today's Christian? What would the church say? What would the church say? Most importantly, what would Jesus say? Most importantly, what would Jesus?
Hey fam, it's your girl Veleka B with the Veleka B Project, set apart and chosen, and we are blessing with a new series called What Would the Church Say? And you know what? This one is really special to us. We are remembering Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Maze. I'm gonna bring my girl Renee on with me really quick so we can kind of have a little dialogue on what the conversation will be about. What's up, Renee with her maze cap on?
Hey, Veleka B, come on, lipstick.
Show them that you was a staff member. Can you do that
Y'all
real
ready?
quick?
Bam.
Bam. And let me just flex my shirt, y'all. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. So here's the thing, Renee. And I thought this was a very when I was writing the journal slash booklet, I wanted to put in this part. But I didn't put, anything about Frankie in there. I just wanted to know about being saved and secular and those different things. So what happened was, a couple of years ago, I got a phone call. And of course, people, for the ones who do not know me, I am a marketing social media strategist for gospel artists in churches in the religious community.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago, I got a phone call asking me, would I come aboard to work with Frankie Beverly and Maze? I knew Frankie. I did know Frankie. I did. I'm not like you, Renee. You don't be knowing nobody. I did Google and make sure the songs was really like, okay, yeah, that's that song we be dancing at the okay. I'm sorry. Let me bring it back. Let me bring the holy
Okay.
back. Okay, bring the holy back. So I had the opportunity. They did hear about me, and so I had to come in. I had to pretty much help rebrand that last year and a half, and we had to go from there. So my main concern, I almost did not take this contract because, honest to God, Renee, I was honestly worrying about what would the church say if I grabbed this opportunity.
Yeah.
Because again, I was only dealing with gospel artists, churches, Christian organizations, and that type of thing. So I was really worried about even thinking about doing this at all. So I prayed. I tossed and turned for a minute, prayed, tossed and turned, prayed, tossed and turned. So I finally said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. So, as I did it, as we were doing it, I was like, you know what? I got to bring my girl in because she's an amazing photographer. Let me bring my girl, which is Renee. Brought Renee in, and we kind of set the tone for everything. But before I go all into that,
Yeah.
we have a special guest in the building. We have a special guest. And the special guest is Jamie Pugh,
Mm-hmm.
which Jamie is, I would say, Frankie's niece, but she's really not his niece. They're cousins, but on the road, that was his baby. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? That was his
indeed.
niece,
And
baby, whatever you want to call her. But
yeah,
I want to throw this picture up for the ones who do not know. Everybody on this, that y'all should know who Frankie is or was.
they do.
And this is Frankie right here. Hold on, Renee. Let me drop you off a brain. Jamie on, added y'all on like this. And we have Jamie in the building.
Hey
Jamie,
y'all,
Jamie.
how are you? Renee, I'm here with you.
Damn,
Yes,
she said she's sorority today. That's
I
what
like
she
that
said.
shirt. I
I
think
love
I
it.
got that one too, don't I?
you
You do.
should.
You
Yeah,
should.
you should.
You should. But Jamie, introduce yourself to Set Apart and Chosen in the Velika be the church world, y'all.
Hey y'all. So I am Jamie Beverly Pugh, since they want to know where it fits in, and let's see. I am God, Uncle Frank. It's Uncle Frank, but he's been that way for me my whole life. I never knew anything else. It's what I was called all kinds of things. Like just growing up, that was my ace. He's like my second dad. I have an amazing father, by the way. But he was just like my second dad, and we would talk about everything and anything, and just laugh and giggle. And this was before I even met you guys, and so
Yep.
you guys came along, and I was like, oh, these two people seem cool, really cool. And it was just like, bam, oh my God, I love them, their family. It was just great to see how you guys did pictures and things like that. And it was just like, well, what did they do before? Like, who is Veleka? Like, who is Renee? And I saw one picture and I was like, oh, that's Renee. Oh, that's Veleka. I saw one video. I said, oh, that's Veleka. And I just loved like the way you guys worked, and it was just amazing to see. And I just felt like this is something I really want to be a part of, being on the road and being. I have more off the road stories than on the road stories, but just being with him and just being able to give him his flowers. Nobody, I know I didn't think that day was coming like that quickly. I just knew, we used to always joke, and he'd say, when I retire, I'm done, and we'd be like, yeah, whatever. You gonna do this, but that's all was his time. He wanted his son back. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Right.
yeah.
Um, the crazy part is all the love that y'all relationship, and another reason why I wanted to finally speak and talk on this podcast is because we're coming up 1 year of his passing, us giving him back, or God coming back and grabbing him from us. And that's September the 10th, right? A year,
Yeah.
September the 10th.
Yep.
We lost Frankie, and I never forget that morning. Renee, that morning I had so many messages, alerts all over the place. People was texting, calling, and trying to figure out was it true. And I was like, I just don't want to answer my phone. I did not want to answer my phone at all. So I am going to drop a couple of pictures. And let me tell y'all, Frankie loved Jamie, but he loved himself some chocolate Renee as well. Frankie Beverly loved himself some
Yes.
Renee,
He
boy.
he loves some Jamie and Veleka too. Don't get it
He
twisted.
did. It was just something about that chocolate Renee.
Y'all the best.
But anyway, he was such a. I didn't know what I was going to expect when I started working with him.
Yeah.
But as time went by, I don't know what he was doing like years before we came around. I only can tell you about the time, the year and a half that we spent with him. And when I tell you that this man was such a honorable, God fearing man who loved God.
Mhm.
He loved God. He loved traveling. He loved people. Like we would leave an event space and try to get back to the hotel. And somebody be like, "Oh my God, that's Frankie Beverly," and he would take
Mhm.
pictures with everybody. He wasn't that guy to push nobody out, even though we was tired, sleepy, or hungry. He was like, "No,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Jamie, was he like that all? And while you're talking, I'm gonna just drop pictures too. Was he like that when you was coming up as well?
Yes, he also the thing that made him so special is that he truly loved his fans. Oh,
Yeah.
he absolutely would stop and sign something or talk to you, ask you how your day was. And the thing that you guys, I don't know if you know or don't know, is that he was always giving back.
I remember that night.
Oh my gosh, guys. Y'all gonna get me. He would always give back quietly. No one ever knew all of the things and projects that he was giving back to. New Orleans when Katrina hit, just helping out in the background. And no one knew.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
never like, oh, Frankie did this or Frankie did that. Never. He was always like that. Oh, but just always stopping. Like always stopping to take pictures and just no matter what. The camera, it was just like if there was a camera, there was a smile. And
And
it was just like clockwork. It wasn't even forced. It was just like he just did it. He was just happy. He
He
was
loved
joyful and
it.
he was kind. Um, and he always cared about the people that other people would just shun away. Like they didn't have time for. He had time for everybody,
Mhm. Mhm.
honestly.
But you know what? I was so glad when I look back because I really didn't understand the assignment. And when I tell y'all, and I'm not making this up, being Frankie's social media marketing person, it was assignment straight from God, like for real, because I was at the protector. I was behind the scenes making sure things didn't get through far as social media go. I protected the integrity of the brand and the page because it was just I thought it was strange. I'm like, when y'all brought me in, I'm like, there's no pictures really out here of him. There was no behind the scenes. There was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, when y'all used to go out, Jamie, I used to say, hey, make sure somebody get me some pictures. And it was not like y'all picture was bad or anything. It wasn't the vision that I had in my head and where God was telling me to go with the behind the scenes and all those different things. So I got with management. It was like, hey, I really need to bring Renee along with me so we can document the last year and a half, especially when we did that final farewell tour that every venue, every place we went, this is what I love. The man of God got his flowers every single
Yeah.
every
literally.
literally let me find one. That's yeah, no, that's not the one. He got that from what was her name? That
Tech.
I'm sorry, he got the
Hey,
flowers.
Jalen. Go
Jalen
birds. That was
Jalen and his Jalen
I knew
gave
that.
him his flowers. Jalen was so happy to be in the room. Frankie was loving Jalen's wife.
Bree. Hey, Bree.
Yeah, so it was just oh man, it was just really crazy. But I love that he got his flowers.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, nobody can never say he didn't get the flowers. He got a street named after him in
Mm-hmm.
Philly. So he got those things that, a lot of people just don't get that pat, they don't get that love. But the crazy part is he didn't understand why. Why
Yeah.
everybody like here arena, a full arena. He did not understand. Shout out to New Orleans and Renee taking that picture. But
Shout
he
out
did
to New Orleans.
not he did not understand why he was getting his flowers at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And let's full circle it for you. So Jalen gave him his flowers, right? So the Eagles played Dallas, and he he really did love Jalen as like just he's a good young man, and just even down to the birthday card, just writing in the birthday card a message. I'm like, you just sign your name. He's like, no, I gotta write him a message. So it was full circle to see him play the opening game this week.
Mm,
Mm.
Um, and his number is one. So I
Mhm.
always think of we are one.
That's
It was
right.
just like full circle to remember like last year, this time you were giving him his flowers. And now he's
yeah.
down there screaming because he loves it. That's his thing. He's down there screaming for
Mhm.
you as well. So it's so crazy to see that. And he was just excited. And he didn't, so it's like he didn't understand. He was like, I'm just doing what I love. I'm not doing this for flowers. He was like, why? What? I don't need all this. Like, and it was funny. People used to be like, oh, he deserved a Grammy and he deserved this and he deserved that. And he was like, I'm doing this for my people. I'm doing this for us.
Yeah.
I'm singing about what I know, what's
Yeah.
going on in my world. And that was what would just be so crazy, like to see. and the tears that were so real when he would get those flowers, because he was a humble man when it came to things like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, now that the dancer, his shoulders now, they were going. He loved his shoulders. But as far as getting the flowers and everybody making that big a deal,
Yeah.
no, he was just like, wow. But he loved it. But he just was like, I don't think he realized how much he changed the world.
He did. He
Not
did.
just us, the world.
Yeah.
And it was great to see.
Yeah. And I just can't move past, and I'm gonna give you an example video of how when you step in a room, how it just
Girl.
lit. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Amazing. I want to thank you. You did amazing. Oh my God, I wasn't ready.
He
Every time.
loved Jamie. And you know what? And I can't speak for no other family member or whatever. I just know what I saw when we was on the road and the love that that man had for you. He lights up the room. Like he just, like a little baby. He melted
Yeah.
right in your hands. And
That almost made me
it wasn't forced.
cry. I was not ready.
I told you, be ye ready.
The interaction y'all would have between, I mean, every single time y'all walking down the street and you strutting with him,
Hold
I'll
on. I
never
got that
forget
too.
that
I
ever.
got it. Hold on. Let's drop that one on here too.
He
Here we
was
go.
hyping him up, and
I can't put it. Hey,
come on now. Better get it. Better get it.
What's up, baby?
watch where you stepping down.
I got to step this way.
Watch your step.
Oh, yeah.
And then Renee ain't making that.
What
And
you
Renee ain't
say?
making no better. Just hyping him up. Hype him.
Listen, he was strolling. He had every right to stroll. Every right.
He
Every
did.
right.
He did.
But the funny part was, it was just like nobody. It was just impromptu. We wouldn't like be planning anything
Yeah.
and just laughing. Like I just remember laughing, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is like memories. I really was not ready. I thought I was ready.
I told you be ready.
Um,
I had you.
but it's so crazy to see. Like this was just last year.
Yeah.
This was last year, and just literally just laughing. I just remember laughing. Or when we would go to eat, I think what used to, I could just go back to stories for forever. But I remember when we were with you guys, I don't know if you remember, and yeah, we would go out to eat, and you guys would try not to go. And he would be offended. Like, what are you doing? Or then y'all would try to sit at a different table.
Yeah.
And he was
We
like,
didn't
come
want to
on.
interrupt the vibe. Like
At
we didn't want
all.
to. Yeah,
You
we
were
didn't
part
feel
of the
like.
vibe. You
Yeah.
guys were part of the vibe. That's what you don't understand. Like, you guys really were part of the vibe.
Aw.
Oh my gosh.
He always made
Y'all.
us laugh and
Oh my
made us feel like we was a
gosh.
part. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really making it. Y'all about to make me like break down. I can tell you, like, so the earliest memory I remember, like,
That was the
oh
first time you met him, Renee. I think.
Very first time in New Orleans.
Yep. And
Very
we wanted
first
to
time.
listen because
oh my gosh, I love it. And so
we
y'all
don't
remember I
take we
wasn't
never
there.
take pictures. We never
Right.
take pictures with artists. And Frankie insisted on taking a picture with Renee that day.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just here to do my job. I'm just here. He's like, come on. Yeah. Really,
And
really sweet.
I love it because, and he would tell you, come on, get in this picture.
Yeah.
Come on. And Veleka used to try and run so much.
She still run.
He's still running. But she was just like, no. And I think one day he really put his foot down and was like, come
You
on.
got me. I think I
And
got a
Veleka was
picture
like,
of all of us.
okay.
Let's
I
see.
said, oh, that's what it takes.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. But y'all, I remember being like 6 years old. And me running up and down the tour bus. And my mom would be like, stop. And it's just my baby, she can do what she wants. She can do whatever she wants. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
And leave my baby alone. And I look back like, hi, you can't touch me now. But then I remembered I have to go home at some point. So to get it together. But I would talk to him about everything. And you know, people, and honestly, guys, till this day, I don't think it was very hard for me because everybody else was mourning. The whole world was mourning, and the calls, all of those things. But it would strike me every time I would hear somebody else call him Uncle Frankie. I'm like, he's not your uncle. And then I had to remember I'm sharing him with the world. Like, this is his job. And that was the part. I separated the two.
Yeah.
That was his job. But he was my uncle. Like, this was who I knew. I knew the man behind. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it was great being at the shows and things like that, but it was the conversations, the advice, and y'all, he was always funny. I remember, oh, look at us. Oh my gosh. We just always had a good time. And y'all, let me tell you something. So these two, because they were always working, were always in black. Always in black. If you see them in white, it's very rare.
It did happen, I don't think.
One time, Philadelphia show.
Yeah.
They're always in black.
Yep, always in black.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys gave it all, and he sensed it and he loved it. Like, it was just the amount of care you took with pictures, Renee, the angles that you would get. I mean, I didn't see him till later, of course, but it was just like, why is she down there like that? But the picture was like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
Like, it was just amazing to see. And then Veleka, you always thought she was on the phone, but she was always working. She was real time editing. She was real time doing things.
Yeah.
And it was just the attention and the care that you gave. And it's so crazy to me. Like, I know this is called what would the church say? But for me, I'm just like, the church would have to be proud of you for the way that you're using the gift that God gave you. Oh my goodness, wow.
I love that picture.
I love it. I might have to get that one framed. Y'all have to send me some of the stuff. But I think that the church should be proud of the gift that God gave you and the way that you used it and the way that you nurture it. Both of these women are, gosh, I feel like I can talk to them about anything now. Like, this year and a half feels like I've known them for a lifetime. But the gifts that God gave them and the way that they used them and the way that they would be in that prayer circle was just something that everybody doesn't do. And that's a gift. I don't know if I know that I'm supposed to be talking about this, but I just want to give you guys your flowers right now and tell you how fabulous it is to see this work. Like, I'm looking at these videos for the first time, and it's, God honest, absolutely stunning to see what you captured and to see God knew where you were supposed to be. He knew when he was going to take him. We didn't, but he did. Yeah. And for someone who, in the beginning, and the reason you didn't see a lot of pictures was he wasn't a huge fan of social media because he knew the negative side of things. Mm-hmm. But you guys showed him how it could be positive. Mm-hmm. Then he was all about it. You know what I mean? So for you to change somebody's mind who's been in the game 40-something plus years and see that you can make the social media thing a positive thing, and it's not just to highlight the negatives in life, is great. And that's what you guys did. And I am so thankful. Just don't even understand how grateful I am for you. I just want to say thank you. And everybody thinks he wrote that song about something else. He was thanking God, but I want to thank you too.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you.
Listen,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Here's a prime example of what you was talking about on social media. And I didn't even realize this video until after the fact, after he passed. I never knew this video existed, but here it goes.
Right now, yeah.
So you know about this. My brother.
Oh, they ready.
Last
Mm-hmm.
summer.
I don't know.
12,000.
It's probably more than that.
Didn't it
But
say?
I don't know.
Wow, yes.
He didn't have idea that that many people were out there just to see him. You had
Mhm.
when a person like a Frankie Beverly can fill up an arena. Like I'm not talking about one or two people,
Yeah.
sell out shows, arena.
Look
Look at
at
that
that.
man. Look at that. Look at that. It was a no-brainer. Everybody wore white. Everybody came in. They were ready. They had the whole attitude like Frankie, you don't have to sing. We're gonna sing for you. They didn't want
Exactly.
Frankie to retire because they were like, you ain't got to sing. You can just sit on the stage. We'll sing for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Frankie, I never forget the last time we saw Frankie, I think like 26 days before he died, Renee, that last show.
San
And I
Jose.
was like, Frankie, are you ready to retire? What you gonna do when you gonna sit back, chill with the family? What you doing? He was like, who's retiring? I'm not retiring. He didn't accept retirement. Like he didn't. Nobody made him do anything. The man of God was like, I'm not retiring. I'm still gonna do a show. And I'm like, okay, we got you. We got you. We got you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He would, and I think it was funny because what were we in? I don't even remember. Where, California, maybe?
the last show,
Was it California?
San
California,
Jose.
San Jose.
Maybe San Jose. And this is when he was passing the torch. And I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
remember saying to him, "You, you gonna go out there?" He was like, "Hmm." Like that, and I just was like, "Okay, sir, okay." I got to be the hype me up. I was
Right.
ready,
Right.
Yeah.
but it was just to see, no matter rain or shine, how many people were coming out. And the part that always made me laugh, y'all, is this the same songs?
Yeah.
It was the same songs
Minus
Yeah.
the song "Going
for
Hard." You hear me?
forever, and these people did not care. That's how great you were, that you didn't have to come out with anything new
Nope.
because your songs were so classic, and he was so classic,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just be, oh, it was great.
I
Yeah.
had one fan. I think it was at that last show. I'll never forget the lady was in the lobby. Me and Renee was chilling, getting ready to go across the
Oh,
street.
I know what you about to say.
And baby, she took my hat,
She did.
my Maeve hat, and I was like, okay. And she pretty much begged me for it. And at that point, I was like, here, just you can have it. Like she
Look,
was
both of
so.
ours, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
No,
it
no,
was
but
her and her
both.
friend. It was her
Earnestly.
and her friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
she took
We
our
was
hat.
just like, all right.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
gave it to her. It is what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know what? And actually, this is the like one of the last pictures that we captured of him. Look how
It
good that
was.
man was looking.
Yeah.
Yes.
He looked amazing.
Oh,
And
I
he was
love
so you see how
it.
happy he was?
Yeah.
Yes,
He
he
was very
was.
he was very happy. He was
And
very
was
happy.
so he was so passionate about voting and people's rights.
Yep.
So it was
Mhm.
just like it was perfect. He was just, he was just like, you got to get out there. And I'm like, okay, we voting, we all voting, and he wanted the people to vote, and that's how that came about. Like making
Listen,
sure that the people voted.
I ain't trying to be funny. If he was living, we were gonna make that thing so hard.
Girl.
Trump would have been president. We were
Baby.
gonna. I had a strategy. You hear me? I had a
Girl.
strategy. We were gonna go from city to city. We were gonna get people to vote. You get out there and vote. I had a
Mhm.
whole plan how we were gonna do this thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
She
because
was
that's our
just
job.
there. Yep.
She was a
Yeah.
social media strategist, baby.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it turns out it was just like, and I remember Vice President Harris,
Mm.
Yep.
and were we at the White House? Maybe the White
Yeah, I
House.
was at the White House. Yep.
And it was like go time. Like
Mm.
baby, it was so much Secret Service. But guess who Secret Service let through? It was like
Yeah,
park these waters, baby.
right.
Yep.
And she had time for him.
Yep. She
Wow.
did. I remember that
And it
video.
was just like, do you know who you are?
Yeah.
Do you realize what you have accomplished and who you are? And it was crazy to see because it was like, this is Frankie Beverly. This is the vice president. But
Mhm.
really, people wanted to still take more pictures with Uncle Frank.
Let
Yep.
me tell you, in Kurt Franklin, he was standing right there. Remember,
Oh, I
Kurt
remember.
Kurt was right there because Kurt was like, "Oh my God,
Yep.
I am standing in front of Frankie Beverly,"
Yep.
and then president, well, the vice president came up, and Kurt was still with his mouth open, like, "Oh my God, this is." He didn't say nothing about the vice president. He was like, "Oh my God, this is Frankie Beverly." Like seriously, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you guys remember the show? I want to say Charlotte. Might have been Charlotte. I think it was Charlotte. And Patty had performed before he did. But
Hmm.
Patty had to go to another
I don't
show.
think that one. Okay.
And she jumped off stage, finished on stage, came straight, never went to her dressing room, came straight back to see him
Mm.
because she
Wow.
wants to make sure she got to hug him, see him, and do other things before
Yeah.
she had to go because she had another show and they had to
Right.
get on their tour bus and go.
Mhm.
But it
Right.
was just like to see the friendships that he had cultivated through the years. I remember seeing Patty, Miss Patty when I look, I can't call her just Patty. Miss Patty when I was younger. Oh, that's my boo. Hi, Uncle Frank. She's about to make me cry, y'all. About to make me
Sorry.
cry. But just different things like that. It was just amazing to see the friendships that he cultivated and the things that people would stop to do, but he would stop what he was doing too.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
would stop Miss Regina, like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember taking that. Wow.
Yep.
Um, he was just my heartbeat. Like y'all, when he's just part of my
There's your
heart.
picture.
Oh
There's
my
your picture right there, y'all.
Yep.
Oh my Renee,
See, look how
thank
much
you.
that wasn't forced love. That was
At
true
all.
love right
And it
there.
was every
That was
time. So like if we were to take pictures of them all the time, it was that picture, those two pictures right there is exactly what their relationship was like. How you see on
Oh,
right.
the pictures, it was real, unrehearsed, not forced, genuine.
oh my God, I'm not gonna
He
cry now.
loved this baby right here.
He loved that baby.
Yes.
Look at she was always making sure he was looking at her.
Yep.
Always
You
making sure he was
comfortable? Sit
good.
up. Oh, you look good. Every time. Every time.
Yes, and I had to make sure he had whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted, he knew he could have. And
And
I
shout
think
out
it
to
was
you, Jamie, because you would run the city. You would be on the phone with logistics, making sure he got what he needed. You full stop, full stop.
whatever he
You
wanted.
you poured you all your family, but we saw you pour all you had. It was a genuine, true love between you two.
Oh,
It
thank
was.
y'all. What's so crazy is I block everybody else out. Like it wasn't I didn't I forgot
Yeah.
about everything else. It was just like being at his house cooking for him. Like that was like one of my favorite things to do.
Mm.
And we just sit there and we would chill. And yeah, one of the funniest things he ever said to me. So, golden time of day and things like that. We would sit out and watch the sunset.
Mm.
Like
Mm,
he had these big windows, and we would just sit out and watch the sunset.
Mhm.
And so when I hear that song, it has a different meaning to me.
Yeah.
It has a different meaning because I remember watching that time of day
Mm.
mm,
and watching the sun go down,
mhm.
with him and just talking and just the life advice.
Mm.
It was just great. And one of the funniest things, yeah, so I lived in Chicago for a minute. And he had a show in Chicago. I didn't have to go to shows. Like I just see you after. Like if you were in a town I was then, I'd see you after the show. Like I didn't need to see you. This was before. This was earlier in life.
Mhm.
And I was living in Chicago and his hotel was down the street from my house.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, okay, I'll stop by after the show because I didn't need to go to the show.
Mhm.
So he was like, well, did you see my show? I said, well, I let other people see it. He said, "Oh, so you didn't want to come to my show?" I said, "No, I just want to see you after the show." He was like, "Oh, okay, don't do that again."
See, he didn't play. He didn't play.
And I was like, okay. But in my mind, it wasn't about the show for me. It was the time we got to spend outside of the show.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, well, he was going up to his room. And I was like, all right, I'll see you later. Right. We had been talking. And I was like, I'll see you later. He was like, where are you going? I said, I'm going up the street to my house.
Mhm.
He was like, oh no, come up here real quick. I was like, okay, I'm not going home no time soon, y'all. Went up there and I was like, what's up? And he had this beautiful, beautiful presidential suite. It was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, fit for the king that he was.
Mhm.
And I remember him saying, if you can't find a man who can give you at least this, then you don't need him. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm not playing. He was like, this is the bare minimum of what you deserve.
Wow.
Right.
And he would always tell me, he's so proud of me because I was for school and going to college and just doing all the things. He'd be like, you're so smart.
Mhm.
And when I would get down, I'd be like, I don't know that I want to go to do all these things.
Mhm.
He's like, you got this. He was always my encourager. I mean, I have parents that were absolutely amazing, who encouraged me. But sometimes you just need a different point of view. And he was my different point of view because he saw a whole different world.
Yeah.
He did things a different way. He beat to a different drum, but our drums were in sync. It was never like he could see me and I could see him. And that was the greatest gift that I could have. Yes, it was great to see shows and meet different people, but to see him and just see him in he used to have his hip dance and these shoulders. It was the shoulders. And I remember when he was younger, of course, and we were younger, he used to jump to this one song, and he would always jump. He would jump, and the crowd was jumping. And I'm like, "Ooh, some of y'all don't need to jump because y'all don't want y'all to break hip." But I'm in here jumping, heels and all. And I'm like, love me from that show on, I never wore heels because I was just like, you're gonna be jumping. So just wear these shoes. But it was just great to see, watch him play the piano. I play the piano. Just watching him do all these things, it was like, you can do all these things. The world is yours. And just to see the love he had. And I know New Orleans, I know y'all loved him. And Philly, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this, and it might not be a comment that everybody's going to love.
Let me see what you're
But
going to say.
London.
So you never went to London with him.
London loved him. I remember a fan coming all the way from London for this tour, the last tour.
Yep, I remember.
He came all the way from London to make sure that he said he was there when he was in London at one of the sold out performances. And he came all the way from there. And it was just like, you came to see my uncle?
Wow.
You came to see him? Because in my mind, it's still what? Uncle Frank. He's just doing his job. You gonna come all the way over here to see him do his job? But that's how much love he had around the world, Japan. But London loved him. New Orleans, the love in New Orleans.
Girl.
The second lines. That second line, and we know about some second lines, Renee.
Yeah, talk about it.
Hold on, matter of fact, let's drop this video. I think this was New Orleans. Hold on, let's see.
Are you ready to turn New Orleans out?
Yes.
Yeah, they love you. They ready.
And I love them.
They not ready for what you about to do. You about to show up and show out?
I'm gonna show. I don't even want to tell you.
Oh, well, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I don't know. Well, New Orleans, here we come.
Yeah.
We here. They gonna be in the building. Frankie.
I'm gonna turn.
Oh my God! I don't even want to talk about it.
Let me tell you about New Orleans. I had a different respect level
Yeah.
of New Orleans. when all of a sudden, because Renee, I didn't have no idea they was gonna do the line. They were gonna
I
come
didn't
out
know
with
what a second line was. Let me
and
just
never
say
knew it
it.
there. But let me tell you this. After Frank passed, everybody was waiting on some type of celebration for
Mm.
him. New Orleans said, you know what? We ain't gonna wait on y'all. We're gonna do
I
our
saw
own
that.
thing. They went through
Yeah.
the city, they celebrated Frank. Cause I was like, what is this clear coffin with his body and picture in there? Like
Yes.
but I got it because I was like, why are you doing that? But
Yeah.
I understood it after the fact. New Orleans shut down New Orleans for Frankie Beverly, and
That's
they
what.
love. Even though Renee almost got me beat up in New Orleans, running her mouth with them Falcons.
But
Well,
let
anyway,
me save it just a little bit because rise up, Atlanta Falcons. However, New Orleans, don't we'll come back to that. New Orleans, they put on a show of
they
love
did.
for Frankie. I'm
They
telling
did.
you.
They did.
Yes, they
Like
did.
I don't know, should I take pictures? Like should I just hop in the line?
You
Like
you couldn't have nothing but respect for
it
them.
was
You couldn't have
phenomenal.
Nothing.
nothing but
People on the
respect for them.
street, people at the shows, people in the hotels. You will see white everywhere
Sure.
before the show started.
This
People
is
were
their
going
brand.
out, y'all. So you know that very much
That's it.
so.
Yeah.
Y'all know I love a good bag. And I didn't have like, but because I was running around a lot for the shows, I couldn't carry like carrying a purse was not a thing. And
Mhm.
so I was like, oh God, we in New Orleans. I can't be in anything but white. Like I can't. I gotta figure this out. So I run to the mall really quick, thinking I'm gonna just pick up something really quick.
Mhm.
And in the store, these women are like, oh no, that's not white. That's not white enough. That's not white enough for Frankie. You can't get that bag, not for Frankie. But they were talking to each other. I'm just in the background listening as I'm picking up a cream bag.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can wrap around my waist. So I was like,
You back?
it's gonna have to work today. But
Okay.
they literally just like the effort and time and the outfits. It was amazing to see New Orleans just show out.
They
Yeah.
did. They
Yeah.
did.
And then my hometown, Philadelphia, in his hometown,
Yeah.
Go Birds, the right bird, Renee.
Wow.
Um, they showed up for that street signing. So for the street signing, y'all, it was raining. I don't know if you
It was
remember. It was
raining.
raining.
Yes, it was.
And I promise you, I was like, I have to go. I can't be like it's not a matter of being inside. But
Mhm.
what if like nobody's there? It's raining.
Mhm.
Wrong.
They showed
Oh, they
up.
wasn't playing.
People
They didn't
showed
care about
up.
no. They didn't care about no
Rain,
rain
ponchos.
outside.
Some didn't have any. Do you remember that, Veleka? It
Mm-hmm.
was like, what? Rain or shine,
They
Yeah.
they
did.
were there. And it was just like you love my uncle this much. Like
Wow.
I love him. I really love him. I know the love I have.
Mhm.
Yep.
But y'all love him too. Do
Yep.
you see what I see?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So it was always great to see. And
Yeah.
I don't think, it's funny to be on here with y'all because I talk to y'all like regular people, like we all are regular people, but I talk to you like not on some stuff like this. We just talk about funny things that we did or, food and things like that. But
Food for Renee. Renee
food,
food.
a good hamburger from a fancy
Yeah.
hotel. Yes. But it would be the fact that I never sat down to mourn. I
Mhm.
didn't have time. I don't think I make time. So this right here is making me have to deal. um, but there's so many emotions and there's so many people that loved him. And I can't speak for them. I can't. I know what we had. And I know that I wake up sometimes and I'm just like, I know he's watching over me.
Mhm.
Or y'all know I hate iPhones.
Yeah, we
Everybody knows I hate iPhones.
know.
But I got an iPhone because of FaceTiming with him.
Mhm.
Oh.
So that's why I got an iPhone. I didn't care nothing about iPhone.
Mhm.
But the time that I could just talk to him was like, let me see your face. And it would be great.
Wow.
Oh wow. Oh, that's everything. Oh wow. Y'all was not prepared for these pictures. You told me to get prepared. You told me. And I said, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But this is just like the raw emotion of he loved his family.
Mhm.
Um to watch him, he was in the spotlight, but he wasn't, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
We were at a event on a red carpet, and he was trying to tell, come on. We were like, no, this is you. This is about you.
Mhm.
And that was just like, okay, his infamous thumbs up.
Every time.
Thumbs up. So it was just great to see him be able to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Um, I know him as the person that is always dancing, and we just have a good time. Like this is just what we do, forgetting about what's around us. And Veleka will tell you, Renee, I literally just saw a video that I had never seen before of me and him dancing. I'm like, this, that's
You didn't see that before?
no, I saw it today.
That was the award show when he did that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I,
When
I had
me and
never
Renee went to the Cheesecake Factory, we were like, we're going to get something to eat. We'll holla. Holla.
yes, I
Uncle
had
Jeff
never
said,
seen it
caught
like
me acting a fool at Cheesecake Factory.
We ain't gotta talk about that. We healed.
That's another
how
night. We healed.
she acted out, Renee.
She's healed.
Oh, she's healed. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Laura's still working on her.
Yeah, she's healed.
I'm healed. I'm over the cheesecake.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're proud of you.
Yes.
We're proud of you. But y'all, it was just, I don't know. I just can't tell you how much instrumental. So for one of my birthday parties, we had a family birthday party at my Uncle Kevin's house. And I'm just like, I'm ready, just he had a show the night before. I had no idea. They were surprising me. He flew in for my birthday. And my birthday was in Maryland. We had the party in Maryland because my parents went to college in Maryland. So we always have a family crab feast that Sunday. And my, I'm like, it's my birthday party, which my birthday's not in October, but we were celebrating it because it was after COVID. And so we were celebrating it in October. He had a show the night before. It might have been New Orleans, but it was in a whole nother state. He took the first flight out
Wow.
to make sure that he was there for me. When I tell you I was surprised, I didn't have a clue. I didn't know. Like they had planned all this. Him and my mom had planned all of this behind me. Like my other family members knew, and I'm like,
Right.
because I didn't know. But he just loved our family. But it was just those little things like that he would do for me that I'll never forget. And I'll never forget like him and my mom. I call them the Three Musketeers. It would be him, my mom, and my cousin Will. And they just have their own little language and laughing and just joking around. And I'm like, I get to witness all of this. And it would just be so funny because we would be eating crabs and having fun. And they would talk about the times of growing up in Virginia. So I was getting your stories about his life, like growing up and, different things that everybody didn't get to see. And it just meant the world to me. And it absolutely meant the world to me. I don't have any other way to explain it except when we would ask him questions like, what's your favorite song? Like, what was your favorite song that you wrote, or things like that, or like, what's your favorite song that you like?
Mhm.
And he was like, well, what's yours? And I was like, you tell me first. Like, I'm not gonna like you give my answer, right? Just playing around. And just so y'all know, my favorite song really is "We Are One."
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite song. And I asked him, I was like, what's yours?
Mm.
He said "We Are One." I was like, well, why do you like it? Now I'm asking the man who wrote the song these
Yeah.
questions. Like,
Right.
I'm interrogating him, like, wait a minute, why you give my answer?
Right.
But he said, well, why do you like it? I said, because I really feel like you were talking to the people and you really meant we are one. No matter what, we are one.
Right.
And that's how, I mean, our family is. Like, for one, my uncles, my cousins, everybody, we're one. Like, we are one. Like, that was his whole thing. He was about unity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was always about unity. And that's just the word that, if I could use a one word besides, that would be one word I would describe him with, is that he created unity. He
Mhm.
liked unity. He liked peace.
Mm.
Um, but he always knew what he wanted. Now, don't play with them now. If there was something he did not like, if there was a sound, he'd be like, no, no, that's not the right sound.
Yep.
Right.
No, we do this.
Right. Right.
So he made sure the sound checks, all of the things that you were going to have a good show. And this is my whole life. This is not just this past time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Atlanta. I went to college in Atlanta. And CAU, in case y'all were wondering, great school. No, I love my HBCU. But I remember coming, even campus, and going to the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound was not what he wanted. The
Mm.
Mm.
crowd didn't know. Everybody's loving it, but
Right.
he knew.
Mm-hmm.
And the rehearsals that they had to do to make sure that that did not happen again,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like the things you do for your fans.
Wow.
Mhm.
Because we're
Mhm.
in the amphitheater outside. Y'all know it's hot in the middle of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And he's still in his all white. And he's just getting it like it's not hot out there.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm like, I need a fan.
Mm.
It's hot.
Right. Right.
But he gave it his all. He left it all on that stage.
He
Indeed.
did.
And I feel like that's one of the lessons that he taught me, and just tried to teach people: give it your all.
Mm-hmm.
No
Right.
matter what you're doing, give it your all.
Right.
And that's what he showed by what he did, his way of life. He gave it his all.
Mm-hmm.
And even with y'all, he gave us all. Like Renee, I think, do you remember Renee? The photo shoot in New Orleans when the Deltas were there?
Yes. Yep.
That, I think, was one of the funniest for me, because they wanted to come in and take pictures.
Wow.
And Renee, and when I
Yes.
tell you, Renee's giving it her all, because she's getting everything. And
Veleka walking around with video. Like,
videos, Valika's getting all the videos. And I'm like, how is this going to come together? Valika earpiece in.
mm-hmm.
Who's she texting? No, Valika's still working.
Malika's working while
Valika.
they snapping pictures
And
and stuff.
posting.
Oh, it was just amazing to see, but he just was making sure
Mm-hmm.
We
everybody
was
was
in the
good.
middle of a photo
In
shoot,
the
and he
middle.
allowed the Deltas to come in and interrupt the
He was
photo
like,
shoot.
is that
It's
Frankie
okay.
Beverly? Can I
Come
get a
on.
picture? He was like, yeah, come on, come on. You want what? Girl, yes.
I was like,
We
oh
stopped. Look, the photo shoot never stopped. I'll say that. It
it
didn't
never,
stop
it never
because we were
stopped.
gonna shoot everything.
It
Everything.
never stopped. Yep, never
Yeah.
stopped. They
Yes.
will.
So I got a question for y'all. I know I had a question for y'all. What was your favorite part of doing this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The concerts were lit. It had a million people there, but the behind the scenes moment to get
Yeah.
to know the true Frankie. Because when I came aboard again, there was no social media presence out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm so used to doing gospel music. I didn't know how that thing was gonna work. But honestly, God breathed on that whole thing. He did.
Mhm.
That was God. He put me into this assignment. This is what we're gonna do from, pouring into Frankie, covering him while we was on the road, praying for him and everything. But my best time was behind the scenes with Frankie, laughing at him, getting to know him because I never really I knew two of those songs back in the day. But the reason I really didn't know because I hate going outside. So I was not there at no family reunion, eating no bar. I hate lies and hiding. So I
Yeah.
wasn't outside doing the dances and stuff with the family. I'm like, y'all can bring me some food in the house when y'all get through.
Yeah.
But that's why I really didn't know him. But I
Yeah.
think that's why God really trusted me with Frankie because I wasn't an opportunist. I had the best interest, like any of my other clients. I'm gonna have the best interest in hand. But my fun times were being on the road, either after a concert,
Mhm.
just chilling, laughing, and loving on him
Yeah.
or after a practice or whatever. That was my best time. What was your best time, Renee?
Um, honestly, yeah, it was a few times because I knew of Frankie Beverly songs through my dad. He is a huge fan. So since I was little, it was songs like Stride Again, like this man would be playing drums on the steering wheel while driving. It would just play over and over in the car. So when she asked me that one, I was like, "What?" She's like, "Renee, you know who Frankie Beverly is?" I said,
She don't
"Yeah,
know nobody else, but she gonna know Frankie.
I know
Okay.
some R&B. If I don't know nothing else, I know R&B." But the, a lot of times I would put my camera down on stage because at the end of the concert, when everybody's cheering or giving him a standing ovation, the amount of times I've seen him cry and the
Yes.
amount of times like he would just genuinely, I'm sorry, genuinely look like y'all doing this for me. Like, why do I deserve this? Like he didn't understand. To me, that was really, really beautiful.
He didn't understand it.
It was
He
really
really did.
beautiful. Like I love the behind the scenes, but you just went on stage in front of thousands of people, giving it your all, doing what you love, and they're just, we love you, Frankie, and he is emotional because he loves his fans. He loves his people. Like he loved me and Veleka, and we were just new people coming in. Like it was genuine. That was real to me. You know, just real.
Renee, don't do this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying real hard, but this tissue box is in right here. Y'all don't know.
I'm just
Um, but I love that you can let it go. Like this
yeah.
is the environment and the space to let it go, and it's it's amazing for me, y'all, to just know that y'all cared about him so much, and you loved him, and you got to see him or a piece of him um, behind the scenes. You know, a lot of people want clout and they want to see the other artists that came. And I think that, again, I'm running around working and doing different things. So a lot of things I missed.
Mhm.
And I think the part, I don't know if you understood how much this meant to people, Renee. After the shows, when he would take pictures with people, and y'all, it would be never ending. You know better than anybody. I'd be like, "All right, let's keep this
It
up."
was a G. Click, click.
Yes. But Renee would make sure there was a picture of every person until the end. And those are some that right there meant a lot because you could have been like, oh no, my time is up. I'm good. I'm only here for the show part, where I'm only going to take a couple. You could have made any excuse. I've seen a lot of them. I've not from y'all, but I've seen a lot of excuses on, oh, my camera is not working, or I don't have my SIM card.
Yeah.
Where's your backup card? Like, oh, I don't have, or something. But Renee never missed a picture. Veleka never missed a video. When you could have been done, you could have sat in the corner and just been like, okay, we're done. And I remember it was funny because people always thought like I'm on a time clock, and they thought I was rushing them. And I'm looking at this arena closes at a specific time.
Yeah.
We've got to be out of here.
Yeah.
So I remember Renee used to laugh at me because I would be taking pictures with people's cell phones because Renee's got the camera, right? But I'm trying to make sure they got, and I'm sitting here like this, and I'm keep going. Like, they're like, did you get it? Oh, I got it.
Not only did she get it, she got about 50 pictures. You just don't know. She ate up your memory.
They didn't have no storage.
And no storage. And then let's go to the next. But I would always remember, like, the people who did not have storage, I would think Renee's got that picture.
Yeah.
Renee captured that. And I just thank you. Like, I can't say thank y'all enough. Like, I called him my sneaky cat because he could walk in a room so quiet. He'd be like, wait a minute, where'd you come from? He could hear everything. Now, don't think he wasn't listening to you. Oh, because he heard you.
Frank was nosy.
He heard you. And he loved, it was so funny, he loved sweets. Let me just see what that is. No, you cannot see what this is. And then I'm like, well, all right, you can just see a little bit. Let me sneak it to you. Yeah. But you guys would capture things like that, but I didn't know you were capturing it. I would see you guys capturing the photos at the end. Yeah. But all of the behind the scene things, the things I'm seeing today are blowing my mind. Because I was so in the moment with him, making sure he's good, making sure he's protected, making sure he has the water that he likes, making sure he has his snacks. And we had a whole team. It wasn't just me. We had an amazing team that worked together.
Respectful team. They were very respectful too.
Yes, we gave him his space. He needed it. We were up under him. And sometimes I'd be trying to give space and he'd be like, no, come on. And I'm like, no, you have your space. But it was just, y'all, that energy. And he was big on energy. Yeah. So the two of you had amazing energy. For him to let you in that piece of him. Yeah. So I mean, I'm going back to, I'm thinking, so this, like, what would the church say to me? I keep thinking about that in my head. The church better clap. They better say, job well done. Yeah. Because I know in my heart, y'all, I know that's what God is saying.
I believe it.
God is saying, you can look back at your memories. And I'm telling y'all, God had to talk to me for a second. Because I was in my feelings for real when I would see these videos. Because as you know, if you ever look at my actual pages, and most of my pages are private. So it's not like everybody can see my story or anything like that. I don't think you ever saw anything. There were people till maybe last year that just found out that was my uncle and have known me my entire life.
Wow.
And they found out because of maybe social media and not because I told them. I can name on both my hands how many people I've been like, this is my uncle. That was never that, because that's his job. Right. I'm telling my other uncles' jobs, and they've done amazing things too in life. So it was God though, like, so I'm watching all these videos after the fact, right? Like I'm taking it in that he's not with me. He's not here with me anymore. And I see these other people and I'm like getting upset. And I'm like, stop. Like, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this for clout? Why are you doing this? Why are you out here with these tears? You didn't know him. Yeah. And then I have to remember, y'all did know him in a different way. Yeah. And y'all are really grieving too. And I'm not just saying y'all too. I'm talking about y'all as in the outside world, not just in my inner world,
They were
the
grieving.
outside world.
Yeah.
And when people were calling to check on me, some people were being nosy, but there were other people that were genuinely calling to check on me. But I didn't have any words. And I can honestly say that I understand what it means when they say, grant me the peace that passeth all understanding. Because that's what God gave me. I was angry at these other people talking about they were mourning him. You don't know him. You're not really mourning him. But you are. And God gave me peace that passeth all understanding. Because I never broke down, not because I was trying to be strong for any reason, but God just gave me that peace of knowing that he's sitting by his side. He's kicking it with Jesus and God, and they're having a good time, and he's back in heaven with his mom and all of his friends that went before him. So that peace that passes all understanding, something that I pray everybody gets to feel. But I felt it. I understand it now. And I thought that was reserved for like your parents, like your mom and your dad. But our relationship meant so much that God knew I needed it. And God knew that he gave me the two of you. I remember Veleka reaching out, and I knew it was real. And I was worried about my mom because that was her ace. That was her. She called him her boobala. And he loved it. And I was worried about her. I was worried about Will. I was worried about everyone else, making sure they're okay. And they're asking me if I'm okay. And I'm like, are you okay? Like this is heartbreaking for everyone, but I know this is hard for you.
Yeah.
I checked on cousins, make sure they were okay. I honest to God didn't understand that I needed peace that passeth all understanding because that was my heartbeat. And the seed that is captured by the two of you means the world. It honestly means the world. And that the world will be able to see him from here on out because of what you captured. That legacy is preserved. And it just means so much. Who he blessed before he left, who he said he wanted to honor him was amazing to watch that torch be passed, to be part of that, to see that eternalized for me in a picture, in a video, to see everyone playing with him and people can now go back and look because of the work that you did. It's great. But I am grateful for the peace that passes all understanding because that's what I had. That's what God continues to grant me because I'm not in a corner somewhere balled up, but to keep living my life the way that he wanted me to.
Yeah.
And people don't get to see this soft side of me very often, but he brought it out of me. Like at shows, people would think, "Oh, she's so mean because she's having me go." No, I don't want this man to get a fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm at. But I promise you, I got every angle you think I didn't get. From the time you were walking up to the time you said goodbye and hugged him, I got you.
Right.
I promise. But it was because I knew how much his fans meant to him. I wasn't about to say, "Oh no, you can't go,"
Right.
or "Oh no, that wasn't my job. That wasn't our
I
place."
tell you, every person that was in line got a picture.
Every person.
Until it was emptied out.
Until it was emptied out. And security was worried about people getting too close, and he would push security back like, no,
He did not care.
because he knew that he was protected.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't protected by security. He knew he was protected by God.
Yeah.
My God.
He knew that he was protected by he had family surrounding him. The prayer circles we had in the vans going to venues, the prayer circles that he had with his band, the prayer that he had by himself, like he knew he was protected. He wasn't worried about anybody coming up. Come on.
Let me tell you the crazy part, and this is a good question for real. What would the church say? And I never forget those Saturday nights leading into Sunday morning. Myself and Renee would leave pretty much after the last person left. We would go and take a shower on a Saturday night going into Sunday morning. Go take a shower like 1 in the morning. Renee, we're gonna get at least 45 minutes worth of sleep. Because what we did, we went back. We would leave at like 6 o'clock in the morning flight
Yeah.
just to make sure that we was at our
Got
eight
back in
o'clock
church.
church say. So here's the thing, what I'm saying is, church, what would you say about that? That God gave me the permission, gave us the permission to work with Frankie Beverly on the road. What would you say about that? That we covered him while he was on the road. We prayed for him while he was on that road. We made sure he was good on that road. What would you say that me and Renee did not turn down any opportunity not to be at church that Sunday morning? And we were tired, beat up, and just really sleep. But we would get on that floor and take pictures, videos. Social media did everything we had to do at our local church. I would say it really don't matter what the church say. It was what God said to us. Job well done. You did a great job of taking care of Frankie while he was on that road. And that's exactly what we did. That's what we were called to do. And I
100%.
got it at the end after he died. Like, that makes sense now. You wanted us to make sure he was good, nobody take advantage of him while we were around, and just make sure he was good. And that's exactly what we did. So I would say, honestly, at this point, forget about what the church say, is what God say. He gave us permission to make sure he was good, and that's what we did at the end of the day.
And y'all did it. And you giving yourself credit, baby, because 1 o'clock, you talking about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And y'all would have a 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock flight.
Right, you're right. It was late.
And because 1 o'clock, sometimes we hadn't even left the venue.
You're right. It was late.
But that one time, y'all, we ain't get no sleep,
None.
and I ain't check in.
She
But
did not.
God, nobody but God. I just had to say that right there. When you get your app and it says check in, check in. I don't care how much sleep you ain't got. Check in. But God. But God.
Yes, right, black guy, because you definitely.
That baby didn't check in.
The way I got home, can I just tell y'all real fast? The way I got home was only God. Veleka was
God.
like, I didn't.
I was like, Renee, you good? Okay, I checked in.
I ain't got no choice.
Call me when
but
you
to be
get.
good.
Call me when you land, boo boo. But I'm
Y'all,
about to jump on
I
this
had
phone.
a wedding that day to
It was
shoot
Saturday on a
at
Saturday.
1
Yep.
o'clock, and I had to be back in the city. When I tell you I got on an 8 o'clock flight going home because I think the 7 o'clock was full. The 8 o'clock, they said, oh yeah, we're going to put you on the wait list. A few other ladies came up there. My name moved down. They got seats. And I'm just like, Lord, I don't know what you got to move to get me on this flight, but I'll never miss check-in again. I promise I'll never do it again. When I tell you, not only did he get me on the flight, the very last person on the flight, I got a good seat, child. And I'm talking about right behind first class, leg room I ain't never experienced in my life. And as soon as I got on the plane, thank you, Father. No, as a matter of fact, I went down the gangway. What they call that when you go into
The jet bridge.
Yes, I said gangway. Y'all know what I mean. I said, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Loud as I could. I got in my seat, put on my seatbelt, out. I didn't wake up until we landed in Atlanta. Anyway, I just had to say that. Y'all, do your check-in.
Check in.
Check in.
That's exactly what you said, Veleka, faithfulness.
And faithfulness.
Just
But
saying. God is
because
good.
all the time.
Yes. God is
And
good.
we have to give a shout out to
Oh,
the band.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have to give it. This is the band. I know that a lot of people knew the last band. We didn't have the opportunity to meet the last band.
Yeah.
Didn't have a clue. I don't have anything negative to say about them because I don't know them.
Mhm.
I was assigned to this new band, which everything I saw with the new band, they was his protectors. Not saying the old one wasn't, but that was Frankie's protector. So
Yeah.
shout out to the last band that was standing with him, supported him from
Mhm.
behind the way everything they did for him because they made sure Frankie was good. They
Mhm.
made sure Frankie was good.
Yes.
They did.
Do y'all remember? Well, if I'm not, you let me know. Y'all remember Bird doing his solo?
Yes.
He would just go in, right? And then Uncle Frank would be back there like, yeah. He would just be in. He was feeling, he felt them.
Hmm.
He felt the music with them, and it was a grow. It was just something so good. And then Carl, he would be on the keys, just going, and it was magic, y'all. I just feel like people talk about magic, but we witnessed magic
Yeah.
Yeah.
from I guess it's so weird to say, I guess from Uncle Frank, but a legend. But for me, Uncle Frank, but we witnessed it, and I'm thankful because I didn't realize the things that I was taking for granted.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, and if the church can't say well done, I promise you, y'all, God is.
Yeah.
God said amen, okay? Like he just, y'all know how sometimes we were like, oh, how are we gonna get through this traffic? How are we gonna get through such and such? How are we gonna we 6 minutes to go time? Like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but the team and y'all, we just made sure he had the time of his life. And I can't thank y'all enough
Thank
for
y'all.
giving him that. And just y'all, the memories of going to eat with y'all. We would touch down. Y'all, we would have well, y'all, we would have like maybe 2 hours to ourselves. Because everything else I wasn't going on. I'd be like, y'all have fun, I gotta go. I'm on phone calls, making sure this is done, this is done. But we would get that little bit of time to eat.
Hmm. Or shop.
Let's
Let's
get
not
it.
forget about shopping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was a new pair of sneakers or something. And then was it Philly where you got to understand what
It
A
was.
real cheesecake with a real cheese, not cheesecake, but the steak.
cheesesteak. You had
The
a good
steak.
cheesesteak,
We don't went
and
all over
you
the world for a
we did
cheesesteak.
some
Yep,
good shopping.
we
Walk.
did.
Wasn't that good walking?
That was good walking there and
Not good
DC.
for me.
Oh, it
DC.
was DC. Yeah.
DC. DC. If y'all don't know,
That girl said, "Are we there yet?"
Billy can say, "Are we there yet?" I was like, "We're almost there. We're almost there."
And
Really,
then
and she
she
was
go
like,
every.
I mean, just call me an Uber to get me a block away. Uber?
"I'm
You
like, Valika,
telling
we
me
just
I
gonna
didn't
walk. It's
care?
right there on the
No.
street."
Uber.
What y'all don't know about Jamie is that she will walk, baby.
Jamie will walk.
Walk.
Jamie will have on sandals and
The
flip flops.
distance does
She
not
will
matter.
run.
She getting them steps in.
I gotta get my
Hmm.
stop sign. But
Hmm.
and I love it. I'm just like, you know, walking. You ready? She's like, no. I said, well, we can take the train back. No,
No,
I'm calling this Uber.
I'm coming. I'll
The
meet you out
Uber.
there.
And then she be like, "No, they 3 minutes away. We get in the car. Too
Y'all
late."
laughing. I was dead serious. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of DC, I got one more video to drop for DC. I think this is DC. Jamie, give us some context to this video.
Okay.
DC said they ready. They said they ready for you to show up.
Okay.
What you gonna do for DC?
Show up,
You gonna show out or you just gonna show up?
show up, and show up.
I think I like
And,
it.
and maybe show in.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready. I don't think I'm ready.
you don't think you ready?
I don't know.
You should be ready.
I should be ready. Okay, well, I mean, I got to.
You didn't saw me show in.
Sing you showing. I mean, you gonna give him a little shoulder?
Yes, sir.
You just gonna get a little hip?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, did it. I don't. Oh, hey.
Frankie was always ready to dance.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's that behind the scenes.
And he
I'm so
loves
glad I
them.
was able because everything was orchestrated by God.
Yeah.
God gave those that last year and a half for us to put a different perspective out there of Frankie for his fans to see. Like
Yeah.
who else? You didn't have no behind the scenes like that at all. And people got to love him even more because they
Mhm.
saw the person outside of the stage. They saw the person who would just laugh and trip because on the stage he doing his performance, but he'll have those breakdown crying moments.
Yeah.
But they really got to see another side, and I'm so grateful and thankful that I was able to be a part of that history
Yeah.
of that.
I'm grateful too. What's so funny is to see those videos. It wasn't like it was for social media.
Mhm.
I was doing mic check tests for Veleka. That's how
Yeah.
those things came about. It
Mhm.
wasn't ever supposed to be on
Yeah.
camera. And I'm like, Veleka. She was like, so like, but it would just be like, and I do know how he shows in, and I do know how he shows out. But
Right.
it was just us testing the mics for
Mhm.
whatever reason, because
Mhm.
Valika was going to do something or Renee was doing something, but it wasn't for the world to see. So it's funny for me to see these things.
Girl, listen.
And I'm like, we were just testing mics. You said we were testing the mic.
Baby, when I tell you that social media, I started a brand new social media page. Then the one I had was kind of dead. The one that was there was dead, like only 20 something thousand people on it. As I started showing those behind the scenes
Mm.
and then on stage, that raw footage, that stuff was going viral.
It's
People
crazy.
love Frankie Beverly. They love Frankie. They did. They wanted Frankie. They wanted Frankie.
And Uncle Frank loved it. He loved his. It's just so funny to see. It's amazing to see y'all. Yeah, if y'all, it's amazing to see. But that was him being silly. Like we were literally just testing mics. It wasn't. Let me get this for Valika. It was never that. It was always like mic check 1 2 1 2, like just playing around. And then
Mhm.
I said, "Did you really just?" But he had that shoulder thing, and I'm like, okay. But it's so funny. A couple of Beverlys, the Beverlys love to dance. Our family loves to dance, and him and Fleek, I don't know if you remember him and my mom just cracking up and dancing, and for the second line,
Ha.
Girl.
second
Like I was
line.
in awe because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, where these people come from?
I
What
wasn't ready.
walking down the
I
aisle like
wasn't
that?
ready.
I wasn't ready.
And they
I
just
wasn't ready.
dancing. But he was in awe, but the shoulders were still going.
Yeah.
He was still there. And it was just like, how do you not love? Like, it was just like, you gotta love this.
Yeah.
How are you not tired? Because I'm man down right now. And
Yeah.
you still ready to go.
Frankie was ready to go.
Ready to go.
Exactly.
And then I would always he like he eats, he's always been a slow eater. Like he's going to enjoy his food. He's going to take his time. And I feel like that's part of the reason you stayed so small. Where I'm like, let's go. And he would take his time and we'd be like, all right, well, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna eat.
Huh.
But it was I think he was enjoying the company
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
just reminiscing on different stories and them talking about growing up or just different things. It was him laughing at little things and just talking to the waiters and waitresses and the different people that were helping us and trying to hear their story.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
do you remember? I don't know if y'all remember the phone call. Somebody called their mom to be like, it's Frankie Beverly is here. Frankie Beverly is here. And their mom was like so excited. And I'm just sitting here cracking up, like, y'all really love Uncle Frank. Y'all really love Uncle Frank.
The restaurant with the two little girls. We were in New Orleans then.
The two little girls that was dancing. Yep.
Yeah.
I think me and Renee was getting ready to go to sleep. And we got a phone
Oh, we had
call
to
to
go
bring our
downstairs.
equipment downstairs right then.
We were charged up, ready for the next day.
I had to had to put my bra back on and like, Lord, I'm gonna put the girls back in.
Yeah. Because, and the funny part was, it was because he asked where you were.
Aww.
So it wasn't like just, he said now, so that means now.
And we did.
It was refreshing to always, like, as soon as you pulled out the camera, he was ready on go. On go. Yeah.
We had to be like, not yet.
He would still be smiling.
Let's get focused first. Hold on, let's get focused.
Yeah, he was.
Because he saw that camera coming. You wasn't going to catch a bad side. He didn't have a bad side.
And I appreciate that as a photographer, because some people just have to work up. He was. He was ready.
He stayed ready. He stayed ready.
Yes. And I think there were moments that you guys, I don't think you were there for certain shows or stuff that different times, not concerts, just things we had going on. And we were all in the van going somewhere. And we just all started like dancing. It wasn't even his song on the radio, it was something else. And we were dancing and he was just getting it in, and maybe NAACP, I'm not sure, but we just were having a good time after. It was just like the after party is ready. And I refused to rush him. However long he wanted to stay is how long we were going to stay. Right. If he was ready to go, then we were ready to go. But whatever he wanted, okay.
Yeah.
And then he loved it. Was it the cheesecake or cheese? Yes, we had got cheesecake. And I had brought him back a piece. And I brought...
Oh, yeah.
I brought Will back a piece. And I think I had got my mom, or maybe one was mine. And he took those and he's like, oh, thank you. I said, are we sharing? He was like, oh, these aren't for me. Yes, it's yours. Oh, okay. Thank you. You just got me from a cheesecake. I was excited about my cheesecake, but you know what? All of these are for you. Whatever you want.
Right.
Whatever you want. Because sometimes, and it was just like sometimes he didn't feel like going outside. He just wanted us all to chill in the room with him. We're like, oh, you can chill in the room. He's like, no, come hang. Come hang out and talk.
And when he wanted to chill and relax, he chilled and relaxed. And the crazy thing is, he was just like, y'all not upset? No. Relax.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Chill and have fun.
Yeah. And then if we were in the room and it was, because y'all were on the other side of the door, y'all had come down and we were already in the room. And he heard the knock, but he's all the way around on the other side in the room, right? I see him doing this. I was like, what you looking for, Sneaky? Who's at the door? I said, surprise. He said, surprise. He always got excited. And here come his little chocolate Renee. Baby, that's his whole face lit up. I said, oh, Renee, Renee, I don't know if I should be jealous or not.
Chocolate Renee and Frankie.
He had such good energy. Good.
Yes. It was great, but it was so great to see because it was genuine smiles.
Yeah.
And it was genuine from y'all. But when I'm telling you, he peeped around that corner, he heard that door knock. He peeped for a second, like, who is coming through here? And then it was Renee and Veleka. Okay. And it wasn't even like you had the camera up, so he needed to smile. He was excited to see you.
Yeah, he was.
And that was just fun for me. It was like, Uncle Frank. I was like, Uncle Frank, you got some visitors. But it's just amazing experience. And Veleka, I'm grateful for you. And I'm gonna say this. I'm grateful that you listen to God's spirit and not what the church would say. Because you could have cared more about what the church says. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people do. We care about the building, we care about what the people in the building say. We care about what the church folks say, but you miss the assignment from God.
Mm.
But you care and you did your assignment. You did your assignment. And from that assignment, I feel like church, be some letters, but you did your assignment.
I
Your
did.
assignment.
I know I did.
And you
I
could
know.
have listened to the church. That's all I'm saying is a lot of times people do listen to the church because
Mhm.
we care. Oh my God, what would the church say? I can't wear that to church. No. What would the church people think? So we care. We were taught to care what the church would think.
Mm.
But in this instance, because it's secular,
Mhm. Mhm.
and are you allowed to do that?
Mhm.
Will you still be accepted in the church? I'm glad that you listened to your spirit, the Holy Spirit that God put on you,
Mhm.
and did what He said.
Yep.
That's what I will say. We all think about what would the church say, or what would who say, or what would people in general say. But the church, if you were brought up in the church, or you found God or religion, not God, if you found religion and you found the church, you care a lot about what the church thinks.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that you said
I'm
not
glad.
this time.
Mhm.
I'm glad that yes was there. That
Yeah.
yes was there. This have been a good conversation. We got to do a part two one of these days.
Oh my God.
And normally I would tell Renee to pray us out, but I got a surprise for y'all. I got a special prayer, and we're gonna go ahead and do this prayer, and we're gonna log out. Renee, I don't know why you looking like that. I'm not gonna pray, but hold on. And this is where I knew that I did the right thing that first concert, and they did a prayer. So check this out.
Lord our Father, we thank you right now. Once again, you carried us to these destinations safely. Thank you for keeping us and watching over us tonight. As we get ready to do this show, bless our minds, bless our hearts, bless this unification right now. Bless Frank once again. We're asking you to please keep him and watch over him. And thank you for his mind and his pen that you've given him. And we thank you for this opportunity to play this music that's been being played for 50 years. We thank you right now. We honor you and we give you glory right now. Be with us tonight. Let us bless these people. Allow them to bless us. And we will be so careful to give your name glory and honor. Thank you again. No hurt, harm, and danger, no accidents, no incidents. And we just want to say thank you. Yes, thank you tonight. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
I don't know why I
Amen.
did that. Now I want to
Yes.
cry. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's
Ooh, that
good.
was full circle. That was a full circle moment.
Yeah.
That was really a full circle moment. Mm. Okay. Y'all got me. I thought I was gonna do it. Yep.
Yeah, we got
So
memories. We got
yeah,
memories.
I'll get memories. So
Mhm.
we are
Mm.
celebrating Frankie Beverly. Um September 10th, 2024 is when he went to see his mama. God, and he's just, I know the last year and a half, I know where Frankie's at. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw who he was and the love that he had for God and trying to do right and doing right by people. And you don't get that a lot from artists, not even gospel artists. You get what I'm saying? So I know where he went. So I'm proud to say that I was able to be around him, show him love, prayed for him, and just be a part of history because that was history. So we are logging out. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we log out?
I say I love you, Uncle Frank. I
Mm,
miss you. Miss you more than words can say. And I'm so thankful for the two of you for this opportunity just to show how much he is loved. And I hope that people can feel it. The happy feelings. I mean, he's a song title waiting to happen, but I love him and I miss him and I love you guys. And I thank you. I, I want to thank you, but I thank you. And I miss him and I love him. And I know he is smiling down on all of us. And so I thank you. I'm sorry. I thank you.
Renee, is there anything you want to say before we log off?
I love you both. And Jamie, thank you for just being love too and showing love to you.
Thank you, guys.
It was a good ride. Good ride. I love you both. And I love you too, Uncle Frankie.
Me too.
Be glad I love you.
All right, guys. Until next time, Jamie, stay on with us.
Okay.
And we will see you next week, guys. The Veleka B Project.
Well, that concludes this episode of What Would the Church Say? With your host, Veleka B. Until next time, be blessed.